How's it going, Frankmeisters? How's everybody doing? It's been a minute. Thought I'd jump on here and do a live for a change. It took a little bit of time off. I needed to spend some personal time doing things for myself. I've been 85% of my time for the last nearly 3 years has been covering this Delphi case, and I really haven't had a chance to really do anything for myself. So I did some time, went fishing a few times, and did some summer cleaning in my apartment and things of that nature, and still followed a lot of the things that were going on, but I stayed away from a lot of the channels because there was a lot of drama going on, and I wasn't in the mood. And plus, I'm dealing with some legal issues, not against me, but I'm involved in something that some of the people in here know what I'm involved in. So I'm trying to take care of that and trying to keep up with the case at the same time. And I thought tonight would be a good night after this latest filing from the defense today. Thought we'd go over it and read it together and see what people think and give me my thoughts and also go over the court calendar because apparently there's some confusion on the actual trial dates, and I'll go over that with everybody also. So how's everybody been doing for the last 28 days or so? Cecil Hotel, it's good to see you. Queen of Osayan, good to see you. Melissa Wildcard, Boston. She Warrior, 6-3 clocks. There's Miss Deb, True Crime Not Good. Good to see you, hon. Really good to see you. Miss Deb kept up with me on the back behind the scenes, making sure everything was good on my end. She's a good friend, so she looks out for people when there's some stuff going on. So I really appreciate that. Miss Mustang, she does the same thing. Lisa, Bees 9. Bees 9, yeah, I get it, bro. But I've been preaching this shit for about a year. I'm not going to be one of those creators and do lives just to repetitively keep repeating the same shit over and over and over and over. There's no sense in it. You can only drill so much into somebody's head before they either comprehend or they don't. And that's just the way I feel about it. And I thought this was pretty interesting on this filing today. And then something happened right behind the filing, and I thought it was pretty interesting too. And it was some things that several of us creators like True Crime Notebook, Chris Behind the Crime Door, Coach Kev, Ruckus, a few of us have already discussed this, and it looks like it's leading to where we thought it was going, but I'm not positive on that. So I'll pull that up too and let you guys look at it, make a determination. All right, Lisa, Miss Mary Fleener, Witchy Widow, good to see you. Teresa the Troll, good to see you. Grismatic, what's going on, brother? Good to see you, bro. Good to see you. Nana 73, Olivia 2. Let's see who else we got in here. I know you guys want to chat because I ain't been on in a while. Give me a few minutes and we'll chat for a little bit. Then we'll get into the documents and stuff. Let me just go through here and see who's all in here and give them a shout out. The Red Queen, good to see you. What's up, Brad? Outside the grid, good to see you, buddy. Coach Kev, there he is. Good to see you, bro. Enjoy your vacation when you leave tomorrow, bro. Be safe out there. It's hurricane season, bro. What's going on, Troll Shovel? Gail McCauley, good to see you. And Pam Hurst, good to see you, hon. Sharon Parker. Witchcraft, good to see you. Hugh, good to see you. Angela Van Oven, good to see you. V. Marie, nice of you to join us. Thank you for stopping in. Marine McMain, good to see you. GP, good to see you, hon. Hope all is well. Amelia Lavender, good to see you. Well, you got a lot of you guys came out tonight. Thank you. Good to see everybody. Well, let's go through the chat. I know we'll go through some questions and stuff right now before we get into these documents because I see a lot of people, a lot of chattering in here. So, yeah, you're right, True Crime Housewife. I haven't done one either. Like I said, I've been staying away from all the garbage channels because there's just too much drama going on. You know, I mean, Miss Deb keeps me informed of what's going on, and I kind of peek in and out here and there to see what the chatter is and all the other wacky channels. You know, and I might address a couple things that's been said. You know, and it's just getting monotonous, so I try to leave it alone as much as possible. How you been, She Warrior? 6'3" is saying they've been hanging in. She Warrior looks like she went on vacation. Let's see. Yeah, I've been following some other trials that have been going on, like the Karen Reed trial, and there's another one that I've been watching over a brother and sister charged with murdering their mom. I've been kind of watching that one, but my main focus is to have my eyes open and my mind clear for the Delphi case for anything that happens with this case. Outside the grid on time. Let's see. She says, I've stopped listening to so many lives while I'm working. Kind of needed a break from it all, the true crime. Exactly. And like I said, 80 to 85% of my time for nearly the last 3 years has been nothing but surrounded with Delphi, and I totally needed a break. Besides some things I've got going on outside the channel, you know, I just don't want to deal with none of the garbage that's going on, you know, so. And several of you guys know exactly, because I talk to you on a frequent basis. So, yeah, I'm pretty sure you'll probably get a video or two out of Coach Gav while he's on vacation. Wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, cross your fingers, bud. Yeah, Mary, like I said, you know, I keep up with what I can and I do the best that I can. And like I said, I'm not going to be other creators and follow their lead and repetitively talk about the same things over and over and over and over and over. I just can't do that. Good to see you too, Amelia. It's good to see everybody in here tonight. Really surprised. Y'all probably thought I vanished off the map of the face of the earth, and no, it's not the case. All right, let's see. Gibbo. All right, let's go ahead and get to these documents and stuff real quick. Let me go over here. Share screen. Get this crap down here in my files. Download screen. Oh, there it is. Give me a second. Waiting for it to open up. There we go. Lordy. Nope, wrong one. Does that look all right to everybody? Is that too big, or let me know? All right. Now, like I said before, and I'll say it again, I never read these documents before I do a live. I like to go over them with the people in the chat and get their thoughts and what they're thinking of what these are saying, so we can compare each other's thoughts. All right. State of Indiana, County of Carroll, State of Indiana versus Richard Allen. Praecipe for determination whether a ruling has been delayed beyond the time limitation set forth under Trial Rule 53.1. Come now, the accused Richard Allen by and through counsel Andrew J. Baldwin and respectfully files this praecipe for a determination whether a ruling has been delayed beyond time limitation set forth under Trial Rule 53.1 as follows. Number one, Indiana Trial Rule 53.1e states, upon the filing by an interested party of a praecipe specifically designating the motion or decision delayed, the clerk of the court shall enter the date and time of the filing of the praecipe, record the filing in the chronological case summary under the cause, which entry shall also include the date and time of the filing of the praecipe, and promptly forward the praecipe and a copy of the chronological case summary to the Chief Administrative Officer of the Indiana Office of Judicial Administration, IOJA. Richard Allen is an interested party because he is a party in this case. Richard Allen is the accused defendant in this case. Number three, Richard Allen specifically designates the following motions or rulings that have been delayed as follows. On March 13th, 2024, the accused filed Richard Allen's third Frank's motion and request for Frank's hearing based upon newly discovered evidence and request for findings of facts and conclusions of law upon any ruling on this request. Said motion is not a repetitive motion as it contains completely new allegations and new information not previously alleged in previous Frank's motions. B, under number three. On April 29, 2024, the accused filed defendants Richard Allen, fourth Frank's motion based upon newly disclosed evidence and request for hearing. Said motion is not a repetitive motion as it contains completely new allegations and new information not previously alleged in previous Frank's motion. C of number three. May 7th, 2024, the court issued a pleading indicating that defendants' third and fourth requests for Frank's hearings will be ruled upon not set for hearing unless necessary. Number four, it has been 119 days since the defense filed its third Frank's notice. Number five, it's been 72 days since the defense filed its fourth Frank's notice. It has been 64 days since the court claimed that it would be ruling on the third and fourth Frank's motions. Number seven, the defense did file a motion for recusal of the judge on May 17, 2024, and the judge denied said motion on May 31st, 2024, totaling 14 days from the filing of the motion to the ruling on said motion. Number eight, even after the 14 days during which the judge could not rule on any motions due to the recusal motion are factored into the calculation of time determining whether the court has violated a requirement of Indiana Trial Rule 53.1. Both of the Frank's motion would still fall significantly outside the time requirements mandated under the Indiana rule. Number nine, Indiana Rule 53.1 Section 8 states, in the event a court fails for 30 days to set in motion for hearings or fails to rule on a motion within 30 days after it was heard or 30 days after it was filed, if no hearing was required upon application by an interested party, the submission of the cause may be withdrawn from the trial judge and transferred to the Supreme Court for the appointment of a special judge. Therefore, there is no hearing required on the motions related to the third and fourth Frank's motions. But the court has still not ruled on these motions, even though more than 30 days have passed since they were filed. Number 11, it should also be noted that it took the trial court 127 days to rule on the first Frank's motion, filed September 18th of 2023, and ruled upon January 22nd of 2024. And then finally ruled on said motion only 4 days after the defense counsel were reinstated to the case. the afternoon of January 18th of 2024. Before defense counsel had the opportunity to file a similar trial rule 53.1 request for the court's delay in ruling on that motion. Number 12. None of the exceptions set in the Indiana Trial Rule 53.1 Section B are applicable. Defense counsel is requiring that the clerk of the court, pursuant to Indiana Rule Procedure 53.1 Section E, to enter the date and time of the filing in the clerk's Press-Obey book, record the filing in the chronological case summary under the cause, and promptly forward the Press-Obey and a copy of the CCS to the Executive Director of the Division of State Court Administration. Indiana Trial Rule 53.1 Section E, number 2 states, if the CAO determines that a ruling or decision has been delayed beyond the limitation set forth under Trial Rule 53.1 or 53.2, the CAO shall give written notice to the judge of the cause, the clerk of the trial court, and the clerk of the Supreme Court of Indiana that the submission of the case has been withdrawn from the judge. The withdrawal is effective as at the time of the filing of the Press-Obey. The clerk of the trial court shall record this determination in the chronological case summary under the cause and provide notice to all parties in the case. The CAO shall submit the case to the Supreme Court of Indiana for appointment of a special judge or such other action deemed appropriate by the Supreme Court. Wherefore, the petitioner by counsel pursuant to Indiana Trial Rule 53.1 respectfully filed this Press-Obey for a determination of whether a rule has been delayed beyond the trial or the time limitation set forth under Trial Rule 53.1 and request the clerk of the court enter the date and time of the filing in the clerk's Press-Obey book. Record the filing in the chronological case summary under the cause and promptly forward the Press-Obey and a copy of the CCS to the Executive Director of the Division of State Court Administration to select a special judge and for all other just and proper relief in the premises. Respectfully, Andrew Baldwin. All right, guys. Let's see what everybody's saying here. Delay, delay, delay. That's what I say. I mean, come on, guys. Think about it. The last time they requested a Press-Obey transcript of a hearing, they did the same thing. But they ended up filing with the Supreme Court. So this is legally bound that they have to actually file this to the Supreme Court, apparently, to get a determination if she, since apparently she has not ruled on these other Frank's motions, if she's went past the time limit or if there's something in law that allows her to go past these times. I don't know. But yes, and they did email all this stuff to the Supreme Court today, guys, and it looks like we're going to be at another stall. And I hate to say that because I would like to see this case go on and with no more delays, like they said in their last filing before today. They don't want no more delays. Well, what the hell you call this? You're wanting the Supreme Court to make a decision if she should be replaced or not, or a special judge be in place. Same shit you guys did the last time you asked for a transcript from a hearing. Let's see. You guys are talking about the weather. I'll see what's going on in here. Yeah, it's been raining a few times here today, guys. I'm catching up to the chat. I'm catching up, guys. Y'all are catching up, I see. Yeah, you're right. Exactly, GP. Melissa, good to see you. Lakeside, good to see you. Brandon Rhodes, good to see you. You know what, Brandon? I can really care less. If anybody's got a problem with me, they wouldn't come here. So if you don't like it, you can leave because there's somebody else that'll take your place. Don't give a damn what people have to say about me. That's all I got to say about that. Thank you, Mary. Thank you, GP. I'm sure if somebody had a problem with me and they're talking smack, people would call me. Trust me on that. Exactly, Ivy. Another word salad motion. Yep. The old tricks again. They're doing it again. Yeah, they'll send it back down to the appellate court is what'll happen. See, they were told this the last time. And I'm not understanding why they can't get through their head. The Supreme Court directed you the next time, go to the proper channels before you send it here. So the appellate court becomes before they do. So why are they avoiding the appellate court? That's what I want to know. Well, I mean, it's basically out of her hands now. The way I see it. I'll be watching Supreme Court's docket. I watch it every day just for this reason, to see if they take it up or not. Yeah, we know. I know. Yeah, we know this Ivy push. I get that. It's like I just saying, they're going to tell them, no, you got to go through the proper channels, and then they're going to turn around and send it to the appellate court. And the appellate court is going to say, send it back to the trial court. Trial court. They're not removing her. I don't know why they keep doing this crap. It's Cindy. Here, let me show you guys something. A lot of people were asking me about this today. Give me a second, guys. And I guess there's some misunderstanding on these court dates, and I want to straighten it out for everybody. What's this one? This one right here. Hold on. Windows. This one right here. Let me blow it up. This right here, it says administrative event to Precipitate and CCS, a email to Justin Fortner, Chief Administrative Officer, Indiana Supreme Court, Office of Judicial Administration. When I saw that, I said that they're going to want the Supreme Court to do something about that. So several of us creators have been talking about this for the last couple of months. We had a feeling this was going to happen. This next one here is the old trial dates. Okay, guys. They're not, I'm not sure if those were the dates that were scheduled when Librado and Skeeman, whatever his name was, were appointed to the attorneys for those 70 days or whatever it was. Okay. It says that they've been canceled. Technically, yes, and technically, no. And I'll show you why. What they did is the original trial was scheduled from October 14th to November 1st. Okay. And what I found on here is that they added an extra 14 days for trial So it's taking it all the way out to October or November. Let me get it. November 15th. So she added an extra 2 weeks to the trial date, okay? So it's not technically been canceled. When they did that, they had to repost it correctly. So they had to cancel all the other ones first and then re-put them up here again. It was just adding an extra 14 days onto the trial dates is all it was. So no, nothing's been canceled, guys. Hearings are still a go for January or July 30th, 31st, and the 1st as of right now. Yeah, I wasn't sure on that, Ivy, if it was that or what it was, but they did add an extra 2 weeks to the trial date. I noticed that, so they had to republish it that way. They don't have a defense as far as I'm concerned. Ivy, she's on top of it. Well, I mean, basically, that's what they're doing. They stopped short of a third request for removal. Watch by Monday next week. Judge Gold will rule on Frank's 3 and 4 denied without hearing. I see that happening, but is it too late? The question is it too late? That's what they're wanting to know. And I'm not trying to take up for the defense. You know, I thought this is what this all was going to be about, these damn 3 hearings coming up. She's having them back to back to back to back, 10 till 5 in the afternoon, I guess what the times are, or however late they're running them. I thought she was going to try to settle all that crap then. So they're just playing their games, and that's why I titled my show tonight, Defense Games. It's the same shit they're doing back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. I picked up on it after the first time they filed with the Supreme Court, and then I realized what they did this time is they did the same thing as the last time. They requested a press pay of the transcripts from the Allen County, the last hearing in Allen County. And I said, man, the last time they did that, they sent it to the Supreme Court, and I'll be damned if they're not requesting them to look at it. I don't think anything's going to get done with it, honestly. Like Ivy Push is saying, I don't believe they're going to look at it at all because they've done warned them once. I'm glad Ivy's in here. Yeah, in order of events and filing, but there you go. Well, she just got them today. I mean, I think they're pushing her to try to rule on them now. And then I'm trying to understand if this is violating that trial rule or not. Okay, Ivy Push said no, it's not too late. She is actually can be allowed reading the thousands of pages and documents. Look under judicial rule on Frank's hearings. Okay. Thank you, Ivy Push. Much appreciated. Rebecca Smith, judge misses deadlines priorly. I don't think she does intentionally. Like I said, my understanding is that all of these hearings, they're going to have several of them in one day for 3 days. They're going to discuss so many things that were filed, you know. Yes. That's what I thought. That was the update. Yeah. I had somebody ask me about today if I seen that they canceled all the hearings in October. I said, hold on. So I called up there and asked them about it. And she said, no, I want to thank Boston Christian. $3.99 super stickers and GP for the $3.99 super sticker. Thank you, ladies. Much appreciated. You know, I watch this case very closely on anything that's going on and names that are being brought up. I look at, you know, just because I'm not doing lives, guy, does not mean I'm not doing anything. Trust me. I keep an eye on everything. And if there's something that I'm not getting, I've got several people that look out for me to make sure I get the information that I need. was there for a while. I was having a problem getting my information from the court, and they weren't sending it to me, and it was kind of get suspicious. But that's another thing right now because it involves somebody in the Carroll County that I'm kind of suspicious of. So that made me feel like this person was keeping the documents from being sent to me. And finally, one of the clerks sent them to me today, and I was like, thank God. Yeah, Shelley, the hearings are the 30th, the 31st of July, and August 1st, all at 10 a.m. Well, according to what they said in their last filing, Shelley, before this one today, they don't want no more delays. So now it looks like they're looking for a delay of some sort, saying that she possibly violated trial rule 53 or 0.1. Thank you, Cecil Hotel. Thank you very much. Much appreciated. It's possible, GP. It is possible. Yeah, that's what I thought that was going on in there in that case file. I don't think she's going anywhere anyway. So they made that very clear the last time. There's something that she knows that we don't know that she can do that gets her around all this, I guess. She's a judge. She knows what she can do and cannot do. I don't think she's going to do anything to violate her oath. Honestly, I don't. Yeah, Macaulay. They have been counting the days. Sneaky lawyers. Exactly. They knew this was coming up, and around 3 weeks from now, the first hearing is coming up. Anything to push it out. Look, guys, anything they could do to delay this any further outside of either October 26th or the 28th, they're trying to get it pushed out. This is my opinion. They're trying to get pushed out past that to where they know Richard Allen can't get in trial by one of those dates because it's the 2 years since he's been locked up for this crime. And like the Indiana law says, once that 2 years is come and gone, you either got to release them or you got to offer them a bond hearing or something. And I have a feeling this is what the defense is pushing for. Even though Nick McClellan agreed with them and said he didn't give a damn where the hell they held Richard Allen at. As long as he was at court, it's all that mattered to Nick McClellan. I mean, I could have swore she denied some stuff with no hearing. I'd have to go back and look at everything, man. There's so many damn documents. Well, I don't know if she's doing it intentionally or what. We don't know what's going on, honestly, Rebecca. To be honest, we just don't know. Until we get a ruling from her or whoever, we just got to sit back and wait again. Hey, Mommy Wolverine, good to see you. A sit and wait game. We knew this coming in. Once these guys took over as the team for Richard Allen, we all thought that they violated the gag order as soon as they were appointed, and they did that little news thing talking about anybody that has any information from social media and all that kind of crap. Everybody was saying they violated the gag order. Well, after further review, we found out that there was no gag order in place, so they got away with that. Well, I'm sure, Brian, if they do get a bond hearing, Ivy push. Baldwin tried getting Judge Gould kicked off this latest trial in Allen County. A magistrate ruled against Baldwin, and Judge Gould will remain on the case. Damn. How many cases has he got out there to just use the judge? If they have a bond hearing, will there be a lot of evidence? I'm sure, yes, Brian. I'm sure there probably will be. Well, I mean, 3 o'clock, it doesn't seem like they're one-trick ponies because they keep pulling the same tricks over and over and over. Yes, I think we can all agree on that, GP. They definitely all screwed up from the very beginning. I mean, I'm not saying that it was a perfect investigation because we all know over the years that it wasn't a perfect investigation. We know this. And police officers make mistakes. We know this. Excuse me. But you also got to take into consideration the county and how small the sheriff's department is for that county, the police departments in that county. They don't see crime like this in those counties. So they're liable to make mistakes, and I can see why. Not saying that I agree with everything that happened. No, I don't. But I do gotta pat him on the back and tell him you did your best with what you had, even though you made mistakes. Well, of course, Mary. Oh, they're not going to let him out on bond. You already know that. No way. She'll make it so high he won't be able to get out. I mean, I really don't. I mean, from his persona in the courtroom and on TV, yeah, he's got the Italian, acts like a little Italian, hair slicked back, he's got to be the spiffed up looking guy on the camera trying to put his face out there. We get all that, but what he did to Judge Gold that day in Allen County, I mean, I'm surprised that she didn't really do anything about that, honestly. That was just really a shocker. Oh, no worries, Shelly. You already know that. Witchcraft, if he gets out, he better sleep with one eye open because there are a lot of people out there who think he's guilty. Man, he better have both eyes open and the one in the back of his head. That's just the way I see it. Annabelle, thank you for the super sticker. Greatly appreciated. Ivy Push says a shame the dude can't present a sound legal argument instead of putting out word salad. You're right. A lot of us have picked up on what they've been doing here the last 2 years, guys. It's the same filings over and over and over, and they just reward them in a different way. They act like they're trying to confuse the judge. Yes, Mustang, they still got him. Yeah, man, if he make it a $20 million bond, that means he's going to need $2 million to get out. I don't think a fundraiser he's going to be able to raise $2 million by the time he gets to trial. If he does, he's getting somebody's dipping into a business account and sending money. Ivy Push said the Supreme Court will throw back down into the trial and appellate courts. Yes, Judge Gold is not on a clock where it comes to ruling on Franks. She's on it. She knows more about this stuff than I do, and I just try to learn from what I read and what I see. Yes, Ivy. They're just doing their jobs. We might not like the job they're doing. I mean, damn. Even though the conditions or what they're saying that Richard Allen's living in, I'd rather be there and then be convicted and be known as a child killer in the prison system, because then you're going to have a target on your back. Delay. He's delaying the inevitable. Yeah, definitely not a good look. Yeah, a friend of mine's baby daddy was represented by Baldwin up in Marion County, Indiana, on a rape charge, and they did a bench trial, and dude got off on it. Yeah, he's pretty good at what he does. Don't tempt what? These fools, I'm not tempting nobody. I'm just letting y'all know. It's why I stayed away, man, because I've seen a lot of bullshit going on the other channels, man, and I can't deal with that. So I stay away, and I stay away for a reason, and my name still gets brought up and shit. Yeah. Anyone else heard Cheryl McCollum speak about how Alan was interviewed by the police first time and went home and started burning stuff in a fire pit? Yeah. And she did say that Richard Allen was down at the south end waiting for the girls. He was watching from the south end. And that's what I thought from the beginning. As I said, it makes more sense. He could see straight down the bridge and see if there's anybody behind the girls. And she said that there was some type of interaction somewhere on the bridge between he passed them and it pissed him off and he turned around. And that's what I've been saying for months. Deb, True Crime Notebook, has been saying the same thing. We believe he was already at the south end waiting. I wouldn't be surprised if they put some type of damn fundraiser together, you know. Exactly, Ivy Push. It takes away from the purpose of why we're here. You know, I don't see anybody else doing this on other channels. Every time I do a live, when I do a live, I always present this picture to everybody, let them know what we're here for. These two right here, justice for Abby and Libby. It shouldn't be about what other creators are doing or anything like that. You're a true crime channel. You're not here to talk about other creators, you know, and things in that nature. That's not what it's about. Let me see. There you go. Thank you, Miranda. 4-month member. Let's see. Hey, Marv's in the house. Good to see you, Marv. Yeah, I do a lot of my posting in Facebook groups. I do a lot of my posting on TikTok. I do a lot of posting on YouTube. You back in Indy or are you back in Wisconsin, Marv? She was down here at in Delphi earlier today. Marv was. If you guys didn't catch the little video that she was doing or the live stream that she was doing. Thank you, Abby Push. Got to make sure we pound these people's heads with this. This is what it's all about. Justice for Abby and Libby. It's not about you. It's not about me. It's not about them. It's about justice for Abby and Libby. She's still in Indy, or not Indianapolis. She's in Indiana up north somewhere. No, Marv. What you were sent me today, I've already discussed it already. It's about the old trial dates. Those apparently were the trial dates that were set for Librato and Screaming when they were the attorneys for 70 days. And then when they got kicked off again and brought back on, they had to reschedule a new trial date. So, and this time it's a whole month, October 14th and November 15th. They've given the court calendar for the trial. Yes. Everyone just take a deep breath. This is part of the problem with many defense attorneys. They're not done yet, guys. Trust me on this. I'm sure Ivy Push will tell you the same thing. Turbo will tell you the same thing. A lot of us that have been following this case real close for as long as we have, trust us. Just going to wait and see if what the judge does over this, and if she's going to allow the Supreme Court to rule on it or what she's going to do. But I'll be keeping an eye on the Supreme Court's docket every day. There's only one day left in this week, and they just went over there today. So I'll definitely be keeping an eye on it next week. But like Ivy Push said, watch. Judge Gold is going to give a ruling on Frank's motions 3 and 4 or 2 and 3, whatever, sometime next week without a hearing. And I can see her doing that because she's done it for everything else. Everyone needs to remember the clerk of Carroll County is responsible for the complete record. Yes. Let's see. Randy, matter of fact, speaking of Troll Shovel here, I was going to set up the next Abby and Libby Memorial Walk, and I put some notices out to people, and I really didn't get a feedback just from a couple people. So Randy messaged me yesterday, and I got with him, and I decided, look, man, they might want you to do it because you're the creator of the whole thing or whatever, and they might want you to do it. So it looks like he set one up for April 5th of 2025. It's a Saturday. That's up to everybody. You see it up on the screen. I have not seen, not in this damn hearing. In this case, she hasn't granted one yet. So what the hell's going to make her grant this one? They're all, you know it. We all know it. Every time they file one, it's the same thing, just repetitive and worded different. Thank you, Randy, for getting that out there, giving a date out there like that so people can go ahead and mark the calendars now, even though it's a little over less than a year away. Because the weather has not been cooperating here. It's been raining like crazy the last few days. And I'm sure sometime in September and October, we're going to get that fall weather. It's too hot, Mommy Wolverine. In May, out there, woo. It is too hot. See, and I thought the same thing. I'll have to go back. I thought she denied all the Frank's motions except the last one because of the delay. I could be wrong, like usual. I was thinking the same thing, that she had denied them without a hearing. Marv is saying she's going to deny the defense motion and grant 99.9% of the motion limine. I agree, but what are they going to present to try to get that evidence in there? they'll try to say this damn Odin crap, you know, missing interviews. I ain't trying to hear none of that because there's no proof anything was ever missing. Yeah, they might have got it recorded over or something like that, but like we've heard from law enforcement, they tell you that they don't always write everything down. If it was very of importance, they would. Let's see, Brian Emery. If it already had an interaction with Libby and Abby, I would think there would be a longer or multiple videos on the phone. Know who's your male wears that much clothing. I think when they had the encounter with, this is just my opinion, when they had the encounter with her, with the girls, and he walked past him and something was said, it kind of spooked the girls. And when he turned back around, they were kind of keeping an eye out behind him and realized that he turned back around, was following them. And that's when she started recording. Right, Marv. That makes more sense than anything, wouldn't you say? Oh, trust me, I don't want to hear about it either. But you know it's coming back up, so you might as well prepare for it. I thought I heard someone say something about a lazy judge's filing for Indiana, like there is an actual thing you can file for a lazy judge. Making any sense? That's not lazy judge. She knows the games that they're playing, and she's catching it before if they can even play it. The oldness bullshit might have worked in the 80s and early 90s, but not now. The pre-trial will take place on July 30th, 31st, and August 1st. Judge Gould may wait and hand the Franks decision on opening day. Oh, one of the hearings, yeah. And they're really going to be pissed about that if that happens. No, Ruckus is not in here. He texted me earlier and said he was in Denver, Colorado at the airport or something. Waiting on Steve to pick him up or something. I'm not sure. Somewhere in there. Yes. Ruckus is with Steve. Going over everybody's little comments and their questions. They always find the loopholes, Mary Fleener. Always. That's what they're good at. That's what defense attorneys are good at. Yes. She pretty well told them that in May hearing. That's what they're trying to do. I just looked it up. They're trying to lazy man judge rule. I would say by Monday, Ivy push. Excuse me, guys. I would say by Monday, at least. You know, it's just getting monotonous. You know, they say one thing and, all right, V. Marie, thanks for hanging out. Appreciate you stopping by. Get some good sleep. Have a good evening. Yeah, exactly, Shelly. She's tired of the BS. She knows the game they're playing, and she's catching them. But she's making moves before she's making 3 or 4 moves before they can make one, because she knows exactly what they're up to. Ivy Push is one of the close followers of this case. Her, Turbo, and I have to listen to what they say because they've been in it longer than I have, and there's things they know that I don't know. Yeah, exactly. We were just waiting. And I was just talking to Miss Deb about this the other day. I said, I wouldn't be surprised if they waited until after the hearings to start doing their filing as well. I was wrong on that. They did it today. And I think I was just talking to her yesterday or on Tuesday about that. Already warned the defense. She knew what a third party defense is, and their theory is not a third party defense. Exactly. But they're still going to try. We already know that. I think the defense has crossed the lines of doing their job. Well, of course, they're pushing the boundaries of law. They know what they're doing. I don't know everything, Ivy Push. I know a lot. I might know a lot of things, but there's a lot of things I don't know. She's in here somewhere, Shelly, or she was in here. She was in here earlier. Are you serious? I don't think so. I don't think they'll use click. I honestly don't. It would be a bad mistake on their part. Nick would eat them alive, honestly. Because after what I saw in Allen County with him up there on the stand that day, I knew that somebody got to him because 1 minute he's saying one thing and the next minute he's completely changing his thought process on the same subject he had a thought on. I don't think so. I don't think so, Mary. Because that means that Keegan would be there. I know he was on Discovery index pages at one point in time. He is scheduled to be their inmate at the pretrial hearing. Click has always denied sacrificial killings. Yeah, like I said, she's already ruled on this third party crap, and like I said, they're still gonna push it, guys. They're gonna push it to the limit. But they're allowed to present their case to her. Amber was at one of the Allen County hearings. I don't know who that is. Rizzy W. This, the motorcycle cover is on the Discovery. And it's also in the search warrant. It's listed as one of the items from the search warrant. Third party will be discussed at pretrial. Would there be any reason for the holders and Click to come testify in July's hearings? Didn't Click get booted last time already? It's going to be interesting, guys, what's going to happen here in the next 3 weeks or so. But I'm interested in seeing what Nick responds, if he responds to this, and what the judge is, what she's going to do. We'll know all this, I would say, within a week. Knowing Nick, he's on it right now, and like Ivy Push said, she would be surprised if it was he filed his whatever response to it tomorrow. Yeah, I remember Amber was at one of the hearings. I think she was even on the stand. I think that was Amber on the stand for the defense. Ivy, you ought to know. The one before that, where they had Todd Click and defense brought all these people up to talk. That was Amber up there, I believe. Yes, that's what I thought. Yeah, the motorcycle covers were in the search warrant items recovered. I've seen it myself. Yes, Ivy. I knew it was one of the Allen County hearings. I just couldn't remember which one. I'll have to sit back and wait, Brian, because we don't know what's going to happen from now until then. I plan on attending. I'm going through the chat, guys. Yeah, I mean, Turbo's another good one. She's up on everything too when it comes to documents and all that stuff too. I'm not going back and through all my documents and looking for the exact one where it has the motorcycle cover listed in the item seized at the house. I'm not going through all that. Yeah, I shoveled some food down right before I came on, and the Cubs were kicking the shit out of Baltimore. Let's see, it's probably over by now. Yep, they won 8-0. They won 4 in a row. All right, guys. Well, we've been here about an hour, a little over an hour. I just wanted to go over these documents with you guys and explain the dates for the trial and stuff like that, and also talk about that we kind of figured this was going to go in the direction it was going to go when they requested that recipe for the transcript of the last hearing. All right, guys. Well, I appreciate everybody coming out. My mods coming out, hanging out. Boston Christian with 3 super stickers. GP, Cecil Hotel, Annabelle, and Miranda Lee with her 4 months of membership. Thank you guys so much. It's greatly appreciated. But until next time, guys, I'll keep an eye out for the Supreme Court, what's going on over there. And if anything else news comes up with documents worth going over with you guys will be the first ones to know. But until next time, guys, it's much appreciated. Love you all. Peace out. One love. Good night.